Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to use Google Forms to track and monitor student attendance. All right everyone, so let's get started. Once again, today we're talking about tracking student attendance with Google Forms during remote learning. Okay, so first things first. Hello, once again, I am Miss James. I am an educator, a motivator, and a creative. You can find me on Twitter at Dr. Queen James, and you can check my YouTube channel for a few more social media links. First things first, student attendance, remote learning using Google Forms. So a few expected outcomes, guys. There are a few things I would love for us all to walk away with from this session. One, we should all be able to learn how to create a basic Google form for attendance, be able to discuss data using Google Forms, and consider the use of Google Forms for tracking and monitoring attendance or anything else. All right, so how exactly does this work? So first, talking about attendance, you want to choose a Google Form template. Second, you want to edit the form with your desired questions for students to answer. And the third thing is, after the form has been made, you will share the form with your respondents, whether it's by email, Google Classroom, or however you would like to share. Let's try this together. So the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to make our way here to Google Forms. You'll open Google Forms in your browser, and then you're going to choose a blank template. Once you've chosen the blank template, it's going to open up a blank template window for you. You can go ahead and title your form. So, for example, I will title this Attendance Form, and I like to put the date on it for the date that I am taking the attendance. We'll go ahead and put that there. So first things first, you want to collect the name of the student. What is your first name? Right, we need a few pieces of data and we want to click that required button. So that means the student has to answer this question. Then you want to collect the last name. And I'll show you why this is important in a next slide. Next up, it's always great if you teach more than one class to have the student choose their class. Choose your class. I love to use the drop-down menu, and I will select my classes. So for example, I teach 8th grade, so I would have 801, 802, and let's throw a third 8th grade in there, 803. And once again, we're going to select that required for a student to answer. And the most important question of all, everyone, is the are you present in class today? If you are present, and you have some criteria here. Present means you are actively in the classroom working on an assignment. Whatever the criteria may be for you, you can go ahead and put that there. If you're absent, then you will be choosing absent, meaning you're not in class and not active today. Once again, you want to make that required. So once we're done here, we can go ahead and choose a pre-fill preview of the form. The form you see here, it collects the student's first name, their last name, and they'll be able to choose from the menu their class option and select whether or not they're present. Oops, I noticed that it's not, the last name has disappeared from the form. So we want to double check that that is there. We want to go to our settings. I like to collect email addresses, right? I like, because then it gives me the students' emails. I can share their responses with them. This is the attendance form, so I would limit to one response. And you can go through and check off the settings as you desire. If you choose the quiz mode, you are able to give points for attendance. Sometimes we like to incentivize the attendance so we get students to show up, and you can always show a progress bar. The choice is yours. So once this is all done, you'll go ahead and share or get a pre-filled link. And this link you'll be able to share with your respondents. Once again, you're collecting the email addresses. I love to put a little greeting on the top of my form. I love to say, hello, students. Please complete your attendance below. Awesome. Students, you can leave a confirmation message. Thank you. And I always love to stick an emoji to let the kids know that, hey, I'm thinking about them. And you know what? I think they're sweethearts, even when they give me trouble. Okay. So they'll get that once they respond to the form. So everything's all set in stone here. They'll select their responses. And now let me show you what happens once the students do that. We're going to make our way back over here to this presentation. So, did you know that you can use Google Forms to collect and discuss data? They are a fantastic tool for data talk. Let me show you how. So, first and foremost, we ask students to choose their class. They give us their first name, their last name. We're able to sort the form by last name once we populate it into a Google Sheet, once we've collected responses. Students select their classes, and when they select their classes, it makes a pie chart for them. It makes a pie chart for you here. So this pie chart breaks up by classes. We have 801, 802, maybe you're teaching 803, 5, and maybe you have an 807. Who knows? Each piece of the pie chart is a percentage of that class and its attendance. 16% of the attendance of 91 responses came from class 806. And each piece of the pie shows us the percentage of students that are checking in and completing their attendance from each class. Notice on this form, I was able to collect 91 responses. So 91 students checked in their attendance for this day, which is super awesome data to take back to administration and say, hey, look, my students are checking in. This is the percentage from each class. You have a number of how many students that is. You can sort the data by their last name. And what's also amazing is you get a percentage of which students are actually present, active, working on an assignment based on that criteria you have set, or which students are like, hey, listen, I'm checking into this, let you know that I'm not going to be in class today for whatever reason that is. So it is a phenomenal tool to talk about data. Another thing, guys, when checking in, I love this slide. I love Google Forms because you know what? If you're like me and you're hosting virtual calls on, for example, Google Meet, or maybe you're using Zoom, it's very simple for you to just go in on this form here, and at the bottom of the form, maybe you want to leave a message or a note for the students, okay? And you just say, reminder, there is a call happening at 1 p.m. today. Okay, just a quick reminder for the students. And then you can do a little checkbox. Will you be on the call? Will you be on the call? This way, you will be able to collect some data as to who will be on the call, who will not be on the call, and you're able to prepare for whatever the students need. You can add another question to say, do you have any questions or concerns that you would like to address on the form? And students will be able to respond, so you're already prepped and ready once they check in to answer those questions, right? We all forget things sometimes, so it will be beautiful for you to add a message or a reminder at the end of your form. So that's it for today, guys. I want to thank you so much for watching. And, if you love this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to share. And you learn how to create a basic Google form for attendance. We discussed how we can use data in Google Forms. And now this is your opportunity to consider the use of Google Forms for tracking and monitoring your student attendance. Thanks for watching. If you love the tips that you saw in this video and you think they're useful and helpful, don't forget to share it with someone else. Leave a comment below, like, and also subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you again in another video.